Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. But if you did, I'd greatly appreciate it. Uh, but yeah, hey, what do you say we do a random ranking? Let's go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random, then rank those movies from most favorite to least favorite. Sounds good. And if you'd like to rank them, you can do so as well. All you got to do is head to the comments section, type out your ranking. Are you doing it like this? Are you at your computer? Are you on your phone? Are you at your TV? You go in there, type in your ranking, maybe something you loved about the movies or maybe didn't like about the movies, and then I'll dive into that comment section. Eventually, I'm behind. I'll be behind. I'm always behind anymore right now. But I'll hop into that comment section. Then we can talk about movies, talk about cinema. So let's get to picking those movies. I've been talking for a whole minute. Okay, let's see. Maybe where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? Up here? Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe right here. All top shelfers. All top shelfers. I'm still here. I haven't left you. All right, let's see. Have I seen them all? Yes, yes. No. Truly, madly, deeply. This is my wife's, and I'm pretty sure my wife met Alan Rickman, and I think it was at a screening of this movie, I believe. All right, we're sticking with top shelfers. Let's do it. Yes, we've seen it. All right. Ooh, okay. Well, here we go. Starting with Father of the Bride Part 2. You know, I like Father of the Bride Part 1 more. I think most people probably do. Actually, yeah, I would say that. You know, the first one, what am I saying? I like Father of the Bride Part 1 more. It's the original, obviously, so it feels more classic. Also, have you noticed that Eugene Levy is in both of these movies playing a different character? But really, who are you watching it for? Are we watching it for Steve Martin or Martin Short, right? Because Martin Short is so funny in it. He's so funny in both of them, actually. Now my mind keeps reverting to the first film, but I need to be talking about this one. So he's having a kid and his daughter's having a kid. It's like at the same time, or you know, Diane Keaton is, and his daughter. So Diane Keaton's playing his wife. Gosh, I need to find out how old he was when he made this, because I'm probably getting close to his age. And this is an old movie. Man, I need to look at how old was he when he made Father of the Bride Part 2? I want to know. Tell me how old he was when he made the first one. Because, I mean, that's the thing. He's looked old my entire life. My entire life. He's looked old since the 70s. What am I talking about here? I'm supposed to be talking about this movie. I like this movie, but I like the first one more. He goes through that midlife crisis, dyes his hair, and I feel like that was probably my first time ever seeing him with brown hair. You know, I saw him with the kind of the pewter hair though, because my dad liked to stand up. So my dad had like this 8-track of his stand-up, which I memorized when I was a kid and did it at I did a Steve Martin performance at a party once. Just copied it verbatim. and did it. Got some laughs, got also some not laughs. But anyway, it's a good movie. Good movie. Next we have Miss Congeniality. This is the first one, not the second one. Ernie Hudson is in these films, at least the first one. We also have, oh wait, isn't William Shatner? Yep, William Shatner. I'm talking about Benjamin Bratt. Yeah, but I like these. These are fun. It's kind of that funny thing, you know, in movies where you have this gorgeous bombshell that is wearing glasses and, you know, ponytail. But then, you know, you take all that stuff off and they're like, oh my goodness, look at her. She's hot. And it's like, yeah, she kind of was from the beginning and it's very clear as day. But, you know, it's an old trope. It's a fun trope, I guess. Is it still a trope? It probably isn't anymore, but I don't know. Next we have Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Now this movie's good. Michelle Gondry, Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet, Mark Ruffalo, Kirsten Dunst, Elijah Wood, right? Yeah, this is good. I love it. It's like science fiction, but also doesn't have like that distant future of feeling of science fiction, right? I like that. I think that's really cool. Another movie that does something, but it feels like it goes further into the future, but also not in like a too far out there sort of way, was Her. Remember that movie? I really like the production design in that one anyway. But this one almost feels like it could be in our world. It is. It just feels. I mean, it's not. It feels like it could be in our world, but then there's like this science fiction development happening over in this corner of this world or whatever, this movie that turns it into a sci-fi film. I don't know. I think it's a cool movie. I love it. All right, so we got to rank these. Where was Jim Carrey's Oscar nomination for this? Where was it? Did it even? I'm pretty sure it didn't even get a Best Picture nomination. One of the greatest films ever made. I'll say it. I'll say it. Oh, where are we at? No. Okay, this is what I'm doing. This is actually very easy for me. I'm going to go Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Hello, Jim Carrey. Doing an amazing job. Oh, man, he's so good in this. He probably... I mean, can I even recall who the actors were that were nominated in that year? Because I feel like Jim should have been there. Jim should have been there, maybe won. If I could remember who he was up against, there's a possibility where I think he should have been the winner. Then we have Miss Congeniality, which I think is fun. I really like it. We watch it quite a bit in this house, and then we actually watch Farther the Bride 2 a lot in this house. This is probably the most watched out of these three. And, I like it, but I like the first one more. So that's kind of why it's at third. Anyway, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Miss Congeniality, Father the Bride, Part 2. My question to you is, have you seen these movies? These three right here? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.